Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Today is February the 5th. And I'm letting you know now that on March 7th, the brand new Edge of Paradise album comes out. The title of the album and the title track, Prophecy Unbound, is out today. I'm going to be doing this reaction right here to it. And then afterwards, I want to have a sit down with the person who edited this video, came up with the creative for this video, sings in this video. Her name is Miss Monet. I know, her name is Margarita Monet. I refer to her as Miss Monet because, well, it's just a respect thing. It just is. She's an artist. She's an editor. She's a creative person. She has a graphic novel. She's in this band. And Edge of Paradise on this album is like upping their game. I said this on the last reaction we did for them. There was some kind of passion, tenacity that was a higher level than before. And I think it's a confidence thing. They've been on many tours in the last few years and they've been through a lot. They're now on Napalm Records and it's giving them the confidence and they're just showing out. And it's really good for them. They're going to be going on tour. Okay, so the new album comes out March 7th. It's also when they start a tour with Delain and Xandria. That's a triple bill. 3 goddess level female vocalists, amazing symphonic metal bands, storytelling bands. It's going to be awesome. So let's do this reaction to Prophecy so I can get my chatterbox out of the way so we can talk to Miss Monet. Are you ready? Here we go. Presented by Napalm Records. This is Edge of Paradise's title track from the new album coming out March 7th, Prophecy Unbound. Oh. I forwarded it so we could get the title there, and I messed that up. So I'm just going to do this. Prophecy Unbound. This is not your typical Edge of Paradise video. I'm gonna have to ask Miss Monet about this because all of Edge of Paradise's videos that I've seen before are always CGI, futuristic soundstage landscapes with effects and futuristic robots and aliens and fantastical. This is just them on the beach and the music is reflecting that. It is bare bones, aggressive, sand in your face music. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like. Look, this is one of those times where I don't get lost in the video with all the things. I'm like, you know those videos where you're like so lost in the video that you're not paying attention to the music. This one is showcasing the music. And I like the aggressiveness here. It's pretty good. I'm liking this a lot. It shows off their savagery, and I needed them to do that. It's a me thing. I'm weird. It's okay.
Futures going
it stopped at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Edge of Paradise, Prophecy, Unbound. Now, there's another minute to this video. I'm interested to see what's going on here. But before I press play to see what else is going on here, I want to make sure that everyone gets what happened just now. Edge of Paradise is known for doing very elaborate visuals, very fantastical storytelling metal. It's one of their things. Futuristic, artistic, creative videos to go with music that matches. This was literally very savage. And I'm glad that they did this just the band. I guess it's a beach. It focused on the music. The music was very aggressive. I'm glad that I get to talk to Miss Monet now after this because I have questions. Because everything up to this point has been very refined, and I know that her artistic vision is very focused, and this is just savage, so I'm into this a lot. But let me press play so we can. I think it might just be a playthrough of stuff that's coming, and then of course the Napalm Records bookend at the end. So let's check it out. All right, so there you go. We get a shot of the album, and I know from here it goes over to the Napalm crawl, the bookend crawl. Edge of Paradise, Prophecy is the name of the album. Comes out March 7th, and I know that their tour starts March 7th. Now all this has done is left me with more questions. Are you ready? Let's have a conversation. Well, let's have a conversation with Miss Monet. Margarita Monet, the lead singer and I guess the holder of the vision of this band, because I have a lot of questions because this new album looks absolutely amazing. Let's check it out. I'm going to call you Miss Monet. Is that okay? Because that's what I did when we met, right?
That's fine.
It's really hard. I mean, when people realize that I was talking to you, I told my community, hey, guys, want to let you know I'm having a chat with Miss Monet. And they were like, ah! Because I do a lot of reactions to Edge of Paradise. You happen to be, I don't know, part of that band. So I want to talk about all the stuff that I know of you and the guys, but I mostly want to talk about new music, new tour, new artwork someone's been posting online, I've been seeing, and all the fun stuff that's going on. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited because we just released another video.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We just saw that. So we everyone that is watching us talk, we just did the reaction. They've all seen it. So now we have questions. Every video that you guys have posted so far from this new work, this new album you guys have been putting out this year, every video, if you saw these reactions I've been putting out, I'm like, they were good before. There was a lot of excitement, energy, all that stuff, but it's like y'all have leveled up a bit. So can you tell me a little bit about what makes this iteration, the new Edge of Paradise, so different than before? Because it seems like you guys have got like a boost of creativity.
Well, thank you. It's always good to hear that. I think it's just natural evolution of the band, and also I do all of the videos, I edit them, and I think it's just, I don't know, maybe I get more passionate, creative with each one, more experience, new vision, more precise vision, like with this album, with Hologram, starting from Universe, I kind of we set out on this path, and with each album I had more and more clarity. I had more and more guts, and I think it's just taking the risk and just going full power, having that mentality. I feel much more confident and stronger, and in a way, I know exactly what I want to accomplish and say, and the message, and just everything to go with it. I think overall, maybe that reflects in the final reiteration of the
It,
product, I guess.
it does. For those who do not know or have not been paying attention, because some people live under rocks, we do reactions to your previous album, the reactions, the videos, and everything. It was awesome. When you said your confidence is higher, your your ownership of what's going on, it shows. And I'm wondering how much of that is reflective of the experiences from the last couple of years. Because when you and I met, you were in the middle of a very incredible tour with some incredible bands. And it was kind of weird because in the last video that I did a reaction to, I compared you to Elise from Amaranth because you and her kind of have that similar. Amaranth is the pinnacle of futuristic technology, modern metal, right? Everything they do is perfect. You've seen it. You've seen them do it live. You've seen them do it on the album. You got to spend time with them. But on this album, I was like, whoa. It was like, it was, you were walking in that confidence. And the storytelling was like, I was like, whoa, it's like everything you guys do, every experience you have, y'all are paying attention. Some bands will do their set, meet their fans, go back to the bus. Y'all don't do that. Because when I met you guys, y'all were watching every band, every performance, and it's like you guys were learning as you go, and it shows. Because the production is really high, and a lot of people don't know that you're an artist. And I'm seeing some of the art that you show online and on social media and on your site and stuff is reflective in the videos, like the level of creativity. How much of your art and your personal imagination and your creative journey go into the videos for Edge of Paradise?
Mm. Yeah, well, I think overall, I think the main thing is when you do something like this is you have to stay your course. And like you said, during the tours, like Emma, we've been touring with a lot of great bands. And, for us, it's also really important to kind of connect with the audience and people who come support, the tours. And that all kind of inspires whatever we're working on or whatever comes next. But I think it's like, for me, it's always been important to stay true to my vision in a way. And with the artwork, with the graphic novel, with the videos, it helps me to kind of be more powerful within that vision, because the more I create within that, the more clarity, the more inspiration I get from it. So I think that's kind of what drives it all, is to stay, because it's throughout this journey. And like you said, like Amaranth, for example, there's so many great bands around, but I've always been cautious of having the outside influences sort of sway me in certain directions, because it's so easy to fall into that, like, okay, well, that's what's going on, maybe I should follow that, like following trends, for example, or whatever is getting more popular. And yeah, of course there's going to be some similarities in some ways, because you kind of um, inspired by the world outside. in whatever you're doing, there's always going to be a little bit of that. But for me personally, I that's kind of a detriment towards it, to what I do, is if I focus on what other people are doing and try to do that. Like, I'm not going to be good at anything if I do that.
Well, you're pretty
So,
good at a lot of things. If anyone's
but
pay, it's funny. You're like, it's like I tell people when I do reactions to your music and I listen to the Edge of Paradise and stuff, and I keep telling them the same story. It's how adaptable your band is. Your situational awareness and how you as a band work together to overcome certain situations. Like, you have to have your unique feel, and you're very unique. And the guys are consummate professionals in how they create the music, the musical score, musicianship. And I know a lot of bands look at it where, okay, when they look at a band, they're like, oh, the lead singer. You know how we always do that rock and roll metal thing? When people think of Guns N' Roses, they think of Axl Rose. When people think of Queen, they think of Freddie Mercury. They don't think about, okay, it's not just one thing. And I can honestly say, as amazing as you are, collectively, Edge of Paradise, every single person brings something magnificent to the situation, because the guys in this, on all these videos and the new music that we're seeing, there's some aggression here. It is not some little fancy, fantastical tale that you could stick in a video game. This stuff has savagery, it has passion, it has dynamic. Nothing is a straight line. There are phases in here that I'm like, what? And they get bigger. So as this album comes out, the theme is obviously, a lot of it comes from you. The videos, the representation. Have you noticed, being with these guys all the time in the band, have you noticed a sense of increased fervor in these guys? Because I'm hearing something it's, I guess the word I'm looking for is passion. Because they were always really, really, really good, technically, musicianship. There's a little bit of, Ugh. Do you feel that from them as well on this album? Do they feel amped on this one?
that's a face I make at them, or like, get it done. Well, I have to say that we've collectively been through a lot, and we are adaptable in a way where we went through some really times, especially switching labels. This is our debut on Napalm, and we're super happy to be on Napalm. But it was a journey to get here, and we've had some major roadblocks we had to fight through, and we've had so many, like even the last, European tour, we kind of, that was very last minute for us, and it takes some like real guts to just handle that and survive.
Y'all are
Because
survivors. Y'all should do, like, at some point you got to be like, we got to make a video where everything goes wrong, but we just make it happen. Like, that's what we need to
we
do. Because when I met you
with
guys, you were lost in the street trying to find your family. Because when I met this amazing woman, she had a show. She was due. They were first up. She's outside to make sure that her family can get in the building. That's someone who loves their family, to make sure they get in there. You guys had literally 3 foot of stage to work with, because the lineup, every band in the lineup had so much gear, so much stage stuff, because they're all visual presentive bands. You were standing there on one box. You can only go this far, or you're falling into the crowd. Everybody's jammed up. Your lead guitarist loses his entire connection to the system. And what's funny was, y'all made it work. Drums got bigger, bass got bigger, other guitar got bigger. You went out there, and I was worried, like, is she gonna come off that riser? Or is she gonna fall out? Because y'all were trying so hard to make sure the crowd was right here, even though the biggest weight of your sound was completely disconnected. He's like, he's doing all this, and at the end of the show, he said, "Hey, I got a song for you. It's called Homebased." And I was like, "Oh my god!" 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 And You're meeting your family. I'm meeting your family. You have an amazing family, by the way. All the fans are wanting to meet you and everything else. And the only thing the guys in the band could say to me was it okay? Because they thought that because things went awry, that it wouldn't be as good. And I remember telling them, I was like, how you guys handled when things don't go well, that's the sign of a really good band. How does a band do when the backing track fails? How does a band do when the click track fails? How does the band do when the monitors go out? Edge of Paradise, in adversity, just said, you know what? We're down a member, technically, for whatever reason. Everybody else, let's just go bigger. Because everyone in the crowd did not notice that there was a loss of volume until he came back and everybody was like, oh, they were like, oh, okay. That was what was missing. Hang on. And it was amazing. And I want to make sure that I tell you that specifically. I've said it before in stories, but I want to make sure that I reiterate that to you to make sure the guys know that as you guys are about to go out on this tour, the way you guys handled that situation live on stage, I wish you could teach that to other bands, because that was how you handle adversity. We're just gonna go bigger. Yeah, let's go bigger. I'm gonna dance. Yeah, I'm gonna go bigger. Everyone go big. And that's what it was, and it was amazing. Okay, talk about the album. When does it come out?
You make me smile. Thank you for saying
I try.
No, really, that means a lot to us. So thank you. So the album, it comes out March 7th, first day of our tour kickoff. Title track Prophecy came out today. That's another thing. We went bigger when we didn't really have well, I'm going like way too much behind the scenes.
It's okay.
But
it's just us. Nobody's going to see this.
Yeah, exactly. But, we are like, okay, we're going to go bigger. We don't have as much of a budget for this. We're just going to go in this location and film even bigger. And I had one day to edit this thing. And
if it winds up being the best video you do of the entire thing, you're going to be like, of course.
And, we had our drone that I had since Iceland, our Iceland video. So, stayed up all night, and yeah, we have a video. But I'm really proud of this one. I really like how it turned out.
I think the rawness, the savagery, it shows. You can your band is known for amazing visuals because you're an artist. It goes with the music. There's CGI, there's futuristic views, there's like this. You go back and you listen to the song a bunch of times, but you got to go watch the video to see all the things you've put in. My favorite thing that bands do, the most famous video Ginger ever put out, a label made of y'all. Y'all are now in the same family as Ginger. Their most famous video of all was a studio shot of Pisces. It made them go viral, right? Unleash the Archers in Canada, they have all these videos. They're all about storytelling, right? The most popular video they've ever done, live studio playthrough. And they're like, you do all this budget, but if you got something that people go, that. It doesn't matter what the budget is. If it comes out of here, it connects. And I think that video connects like that. I didn't notice that when you say the budget was lower, I didn't see that because I thought y'all did that on purpose. Like we do all this amazing stuff. We're going to take you on like a Star Wars journey, or we're going to take you to some fantastical world. We're just going, this is us. Right there. Just us, right in your face. I liked it like that.
Exactly.
And that works.
We meant to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna do like you. I'm gonna edit all the stuff that I don't know what I'm talking about. And this interview is gonna be like 3 minutes long. Okay. You said March 7th. Pre-order now. All the links to all of Edge of Paradise's pre-orders, all that stuff. Do y'all have a vinyl?
Yes, it's a very beautiful vinyl.
Because I need it to go right there. I need it to go because your plate is right there, I need album right there. Right there.
Nice.
Okay. I need it to go. Okay. So I'm going to pre-order mine. Everyone needs to pre-order theirs. March 7th, album comes out. But you also said first date of the tour. And this is a tour I want to talk about. For those who do not know, the incomparable Miss Monet is now going to tell you the ridiculous list of bands that are on this bill, and then realize why you must now buy a ticket because you cannot miss this. Go ahead and tell us the bands. Go ahead, because I know them. Go ahead.
Well, it's us and the two European bands, Delain and Xandria.
Yeah, so the three goddesses show up, and they bring their bands with them. I mean, come on. Delain, Xandria, these are two bands that have been in the game. European symphonic power storytelling metal. I've done so many reactions to them. They've all gone through a lot of stuff. They've gone through their growth like you have. The storytelling, the presence. I've seen all of these bands live, including yours. I just want to know the level of storytelling from different aspects. I mean, it's a lot. You're going to have to tell people, now look, you need to hydrate. You need to get some good sleep. Because it's going to be one of those, like, you do realize you're teaming up with probably the two biggest voices. There's so many amazing female metal vocalists out of Europe. Have you noticed that there's a ton? You've got two of the big ones coming over, and you're like, yep, get ready, everybody. That's going to be an incredible show. People can get tickets also through the same description information that we have for your links. Is there any particular show you're looking forward to the most? Is there any particular city that you love to visit on tour?
Of course, the Austin one where you're gonna fly into.
No, I can drive. I can just drive. Drive it. Yeah, no, I don't fly anywhere. That's my thing. You know, I have my little radius, and we met in Houston. I could do Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, and of course New Orleans. But yeah, that's how I do it. How many dates are on this tour?
Well, it starts on the 7th and ends on the 29th. There's a few days off, but it's a lot of dates.
Not many. Yeah. There's not many dates off.
There's not many days off, actually. We go up through New York into Canada, go around to Washington. So, yeah, it's pretty good ground. We're starting, this is a third tour that we start in Arizona at the Mesa at the theater.
There's something about the Mesa that I've seen so many U.S. tours, especially bands that are coming from Europe. They go to Mesa. It's like, okay, if we're going to have something bad happen, it's going to happen in Mesa. So let's do that one. And it's great from then on out, but that's a lie because you never know what's going to happen. Luckily, all three of the bands, Edge of Paradise is, of course, y'all are from the United States, so y'all are used to the long runs between cities. Luckily, I think everyone on this tour is ready for the long runs. European bands, the first time they come over, they are shocked at two things.
Walmart?
Oh my God! No. Walmart, yes, but take them to a Costco or a Sam's. And they're like, I brought a band from the UK. Well, when they came to the US, I took them to Sam's, and there were the bucket of animal crackers. And the guitarist of the band, I'm not saying who you are, grabbed it and said, I need to take a picture of this with my mom. Because they've never seen, like, we can only get it like this. We don't know what it, and they freak out. And then the other thing is, when you tell them that we're playing a show tomorrow, but it's 12 hours away. You know, and you're used to it, but European bands can't handle it. They don't get it. It's just so long. It's crazy.
Well, I think they get it in a way because when we were in Europe, we had to take a 12-hour ferry to get to Finland.
You know, that's where it gets weird. Like, we have interstates that go on for hundreds of miles, and you spend all night trying to get to the next place, and you'll be lucky if you're there on time. But when we go, we're like, wait, we're putting the bus on we're putting the van on a boat.
Yeah, we had to put it on a boat twice. We're like, okay, we're going on a boat again. We had to take like 4 ferries throughout the tour.
Okay, yeah. So that's also another thing I need to talk about. Will we ever? Okay, what are your thoughts on playing on a metal cruise?
Oh, we played on the 70,000 tons of metal.
But how do you feel about it? Is it different because it is all everyone that paid to be there is there for, and then you realize you're in a boat full of, and it's I can't get off this boat. If I need a break, it's the whole time. How was it?
Well, I thought it was I was like, people are gonna jump off the boat. It's gonna get crazy. But it's so chill, and like everybody is so like, I mean, it's a huge boat.
It is.
Okay, so there's so much to do, and there is a show going on at all times, and there's different venues, right? So it's funny because it is only metal, and but it's just, I don't know, it's such a cool environment because everybody is always so supportive. You're there with people that love the same stuff. You get to check out the bands that you probably wouldn't see because they're from like another part of the world that you may never cross. And then you see all these bands on one boat. You know, one's band from Australia, one band is from Sweden, one band is from the US, one's from Brazil. So it's very cool. And same thing with people.
My favorite part is how all the bands post from the boat. You know what the number one post is from a 70,000 ton cruise is? Bands that geek out and take pictures of another band's set. And they're like, everybody, I mean, I know that I play for this band and I know you're here for this band, but I just saw Hammerfall live. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. I just saw Majestica. I just saw Edge of Paradise. And they're all like, they're posting about the fact that for once they get to be a fan. I think that's the biggest part. Every person that I've spoken to that is an artist on one of these rock or metal cruises is the fact that other than when I'm playing on stage or it's my turn to go, I get to actually just be a person on the boat enjoying music. Because it's hard to do that because a lot of these bands, they can't go home and just hang out and do stuff all the time. It's hard for them. So before we go, we've talked about the progression of the band, the new album, the new video, which happens to be, you know, I love Prophecy's probably my favorite video. I didn't want to tell you that, but it is. But I got to be honest with you, each one of them is unique and beautiful. Is there any particular track on the album? Because it's going to be released. And when it does, is there any track on the album that you want to say, I was about to say favorite, but I shouldn't. One that people may not go for because it may not be a single or a video song, but they need to check it out because it's something that you wish was a video song.
Well, I want to make a video for a lot of these songs. So
I know.
We might have more video, but I think it's always hard to say because every song means so much to me. But I think Falling Light, definitely. Yeah.
Write that down. Somebody write that down. Okay. Because we have to wait till March 7th. So it's February the 5th, right? When we're filming this. So I'll forget in a month because you've met me. I'm a little spacey. I forget stuff all the time. But so we're going to look for that one. And I don't like asking for favorite songs. I wanted to ask one that made sense. Where is there a song on the album that may not get a video, but you definitely want people to check out there? Is there anything else?
Well, so we have a song on there called "The Other Side of Fear,"
Okay.
which is just for me, it's an important song because I kind of have to remind myself to live on the other side of fear. So to build your reality, just fearless, and you know, if you get rid of kind of self-doubt and whatever fears you may have, that's, I think, the point in life where you can really build the reality that you want. So that song is important to me. But I think I'm going to make a video from the tour, and I want to get fans involved where I want to see their biggest fears, and I want to see them rip it up, like, you know, write it on paper. And
That would be so cool if they sent it to you, a paper, whatever it was, darkness, I'm afraid of cats, I'm afraid of bananas, whatever. I'm afraid of old school nerd reactions, whatever. And they just rip it up and you just show you've got to do that. Now that you've said it,
that's what I want to do.
I mean, it's so easy because they're going to send it to you and you can do all your own edits. Budget? Who needs a budget? That's what social media is for, and you can knock that out. Okay, you're about to leave because our time is almost up, so I want to say this real quick. Everybody that's looking at me right now, ignore her. Look at me. Some bands you go to see, and they're big, and it's amazing, and then you're like, oh, rock stars. Miss Monet and the guys from Edge of Paradise are real people. They care about their fans. They care about their art. They care about their music. I got to meet them. I was honored to do so. They are the real deal. They give their time and their art to their fans, and it shows. I hope that you always get to be available to fans, but I have a feeling that one day you may wind up being like, you know, Taylor Swift big. And if that happens, you won't be able to do that because safety. I totally get it. But just remember the little guys like me, if it ever happens. But until then, they're a people band. So check them out. Into the show. If they're at the merch table, stop by, say hi, buy some merch. They might sign it. You know, they might leave you a message. Kisses, margarita, you know, things like that. But enjoy the show. Get your tickets now. Pre-order the album now. My name is Old School Nerd. This is the amazing Miss Monet. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And thank you for saying that we are the band that we started from zero, and we're here because of the people that support us. So we never forget that, and that's why we do it, because we love the connection. We love the world that we're building with everybody, you know, apart. Because without people being a part of it, there is no world.
I'm gonna post your Instagram in this interview description below. Follow her on Instagram. She's posting stuff all the time. And then I want everyone to hashtag her when you go see her live. We need to see photos of her on stage in whatever crazy, ridiculous outfit she's going to wear in like a freaking crazy pose. Let's flood the internet with you in that. That's what I think, right? Just hashtag her so she sees it. She loves it. I mean, you do. There's a reason why you wear those clothes, because...
Hey, I want to play dress up every chance I get. Come on.
You did. No, because when we met, you were on the side of a street, downtown Houston, in full Edge of Paradise explosive goddess wear, and I was like, I'm going to stand next to you just in case somebody goes, hey! I was just like, she's trying to... Because I was like... Okay, so this superhero standing on the street corner in Houston, that was kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, it happens. Miss Monet, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be safe on the road. Good luck on the album. And if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.